So the thing is a lot of castles in Japan, because they're made of wood initially, and because Japan is an earthquake prone, fire prone, tsunami prone, flood prone, typhoon prone, just about everything prone nation, many of the original castles actually don't remain. I think there's only a few. Matsumoto-jo in Nagano Prefecture is one. That, you know, one castle in Japan, a really unique castle in that all the materials in the castle are pretty much the original materials. That was built very beginning of the 16th century. Zashiki Warashi is chasing butterflies right now. She's a simple person, but I like her. And a lot of the castles also were destroyed during the fire bombings of World War II, and then were rebuilt after. So a lot of them have been rebuilt recently and don't really include a lot of the dope. These little go-karts. Look at that little guy. Look at him go. The noise it makes too is hilarious. Okay, anyway, a lot of them don't have a lot of the original construction materials that have been rebuilt, and even worse, a lot of the castles that did survive were renovated and had the insides completely redone with new materials and were like turned into museums or shit like that, which is really unfortunate. If you are into Japanese castles, I highly recommend Matsumoto-jo in Nagano. You really should go check that castle out. It's super dope. It's probably the best maintained castle in Japan as far as like the inside and being a really accurate representation. Not even, it is the original of what a castle in pre-modern Japan would look like during the Edo period, just at the end of the Sengoku period. Pretty dope. All right, we are here. We are in Hakone. We have made it, or at least in Gora, which is the final stop on the line that we were on. Just going to look around a little bit before we get on the bus to head up to our ryokan, our traditional Japanese inn. It's getting a little bit later, so we want to get there before it gets dark. There's a waterfall that we want to check out, so we'll go do that. But let's take a look at a few of these little shops real quick, see what we got. So it's actually pretty common in tourist destinations like this one to have these little shops with lots of what's called omiyage, which is just the word for souvenir. And omiyage or souvenir culture is a big part of Japanese culture. Anytime you go somewhere to visit and you're away from your workplace and away from your family, you're generally expected to purchase some omiyage to bring back to share with folks that you were away from for a while. So all sorts of things. This is rusk. More rusk, different types of savory and a sweet type of rusk. Again, just a shit ton of rusk. I don't know what it is with rusk. Rusk is just like dried bread, basically. It's like a big ass crouton. Chopsticks. Hashioki. Good for like putting your chopsticks on. Little chopstick rests. Spoons, coffee spoon. This character for coffee. Whole key. You can bet I remember those two characters really fucking fast. Sorry, I just love coffee. Though. I mean, Hakone wasn't like this even 10, 12 years ago when I would visit. I mean, it's changed a lot. Japan has really opened up and embraced tourism to try to kind of revitalize a lot of sort of local economies. So it's much more accessible. Like even stuff like this Like if you look at the bus sign, I mean, you know, 10, 15 years ago, I mean, there was no English here. And nothing, you know, you wouldn't see English on something like this. It just didn't exist. And so if you were trying to travel then and you didn't speak Japanese, or even trying to travel before then, it was really difficult to get around. But now in most major cities and most tourist spots, you know, there's plenty of accommodation for English speakers. So now's a really good time to visit Japan, especially even if you don't speak Japanese, because you can get around most places now. All right, so here we are at our ryokan, our traditional Japanese inn, Mikawaya in Hakone. Now, there's tons of different inns and hotels all over Hakone, just like you'll find all over different tourist spots and onsen locations in Japan. But I chose this one because it's old school. This has been around since Meiji, the year of Meiji 16, so early 1900s. I'll have to look up specifically. It's been remodeled a couple times, but it's still pretty close to its original design and construction. And when you go to a ryokan, when you go to experience onsen, if you're gonna spend that much money, you may as well have as traditional a Japanese experience as you can. So here we are. And you compare it to the hotel next to us that, you know, looks like a factory. I mean, that sucks, right? You wanna see this kind of thing here. This is what you want. So here we are. Okay, I figured out how to turn the gimbal off. So now I can actually get a shot of us doing ashis. See, this is how it works. You got like your little, you know, thing here. Got your coffee there. Here's my coffee. Here's my feet. There's Zashiki Warashi's feet. And there we go. See, now we got a better shot of the murals. It's kind of cool. Yeah, look, there's people in there. Hi, people. Sweet, and coffee. We'll hang here for a bit, and we're gonna get on the bus. We're gonna head back to Hakone Yumoto. We're going to get some coffee flavored ice cream that's supposed to be really good there, and probably have some lunch, and do a little bit of shopping, and then head back to Odawara, and then head home. So we're here in Hakone Yumoto, and for all you filthy weebs, there you go. A little bit of filthy weeb service. Oh my god. Matcha and purple potato. Nice. But we're after coffee. Coffee, soft ice cream. We did it. We're here. We made it. We made it. Yes. Oh, tenugui? Oh, wow. Based on the zodiac, you can also get a little tenugui. That would be me right there, the rabbit. So we had our coffee ice cream. Got yelled at by a weird old lady who was trying to get us to not stand on the sidewalk, which was hilarious. What's that? Yeah, some old lady who runs a tobacco shop. I'll show you to her when we go back. Just an annoying osekai oba-chan. And then we got some kamaboko. And it's super cool. If you cut them, they have these little pictures in the middle. Like a little bird there with a kaki, persimmon, which is a fall thing. And little momiji leaves. This ice cream better be better than the last ice cream. The last ice cream we got was down there, and it was coffee flavored ice cream, and it was kind of garbage. Like it tasted kind of like garbage. It just wasn't very good. So hopefully this is better. Better. It tastes like coffee. Better. Let's see what Zashiki Warashi thinks.
Creamy かな、もうちょっと。
Creamier. And just the coffee flavor is stronger. There's more of a coffee flavor.
同じくらいかな。
Yes, better. So yeah, this is Hakone Yumoto. It's a pretty typical tourist spot. There's a couple interesting things here to purchase, you know, here and there. Little interesting snacks, touristy kind of stuff. If you want to get a couple souvenirs, not a bad spot to pick some up. But really, just about every shop is pretty much the same. There are a couple, you know, it's kind of like this anywhere you go in Japan as far as like tourist destinations are concerned. Most shops are going to be selling the same stuff. You'll find a couple of interesting places here and there, but for the most part, it's, you know, if you've been to one, you've been to most of them kind of thing. Look at that. We've come out over by the river. Yeah. Should we go for a swim? Are those, you can see a couple down there, just the tops of their heads. You think they're making out? Oh. Oh. Do it. Kiss her.
Do it.
No? Okay. Kirei da ne. なんか前はでもさ、来たことあるよね、ここ。あったっけ前。Yeah, I feel like we have, no, that's Nico. Pretty nice. Alright guys, we're gonna try to find a magnet. And then we're gonna go jump on the train, head back to Odawara, buy some himono for Zashiki Warashi's dad, head to Yokohama, and then head home. So this was Hakone. Pretty interesting place. Obviously, I haven't shown you everything there is to see here. There's tons of things to look at, tons of things to go and do. So it's worth exploring.